beneficial for your personal and professional development.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. How are you all? I hope that all of you are well and good enough. And this is our masterclass. You already know about that. And in our masterclass, it is an international platform, and we have today a very much important faculty from Oman in our IPRH. I will a little bit describe about her, but before that, I want to say about our IPRH. The main goal of IPRH is to enlighten the independent perception of individual thoughts by knowledge sharing, providing research news, training, brainstorming, and research project consultation with innovative ideas, and organizing talk show with different research people from different all around the world. So interested true research scholar are most welcome to join IPRH, sharing your innovative ideas and research, and contribute to the society and as a whole in the world, because IPRH always believes that knowledge is power. So let's welcome to our international masterclass session 2. And today we have a very much international personalities. I am just describing little bit about her, that she is Madam Shiyama Hafeez Marikkar, a M.Ed, B.Ed and B.Sc. She is from Sri Lanka and now currently based in Oman. She is the international trainer, international teacher, and founder of Mind Faculty. So I am just now inviting her in our platform and know more about her from his own mind, his own soul. So I am just inviting our today's guest. Madam, Salaam Alaikum. How are you? Please unmute yourself.
Walaikum salam. I'm very good. Very good evening, Professor Dr. Shahraz Fawaz and the IPRH for having me today, and all very good evening to all the audience joined us today.
Okay, so we are very much happy to get you in our this international masterclass program, and I hope that today you will listen. You will just deliver a wonderful session that is called the strategic classroom strategy of a teacher. So before we start our this masterclass session, we want to know about yourself from your side, please.
Yes. Thank you very much, Dr. Professor Cyrus Powers, CEO of IPRH and IPRH, for having me, first of all, today for this session. And very warm welcome to all the audience present here to attend today's masterclass on the title of Effective Teaching Strategies in the Modern Classroom. And thank you very much for your introduction. You introduced me very well, sir. Still, I would like to add a few things. Yes, I'm a Sri Lankan and I'm residing in Muscat over 18 years now. I'm a teacher, trainer, internationally certified trainer, and NLP master practitioner, and mother of 3 beautiful kids. I'm staying in Muscat here. And I do conduct professional development programs with international certifications also. So I'm glad to be part of IPRH family as a country director. I'm so much delighted today to be part of this session and also be part of the faculty member and with IPRH.
Thank you so much, madam. And we know that you are one international personality and you are so much busy with your work, with your daily professional work because you are a teacher, you are a trainer. So, with your valuable time, you just finding a valuable time for us. So, before we start our this session, IPRH actually now total almost 36 to 40 country actually related with IPRH, and it is our pride that yes, IPRH now is an international body and so many scholars actually related with IPRH, and one of our country head from United Kingdom, Professor Dr. Elizabeth Queen, our respected madam, she actually sent us a blessing video. So before we start this class, I want to show that video because she is our one of the country head of United Kingdom. So please let's the viewers. This is our country head from United Kingdom. She today give us a blessing news because she is very much busy with her work. So I'm just now showing her blessing video and sharing with you.
Sure, sir.
All protocol observed. Permit me to express my profound gratitude to Professor Dr. Sharia Pervez, the chairman and the founder of Independent Perception and Research Hubs, for inviting me to join all our distinguished guests of honor and guest speakers all over the world for this inaugural of IPRH Second Masterclass. Much appreciated. So sorry I'm unable to join this evening because of one reason or the other. However, I use this video to commemorate all my great and honorable leaders on this platform and to wish you blessings and success. Remember, learning is a living, and continuous living and continuous learning and sharing together is the key to safeguard better tomorrow, especially in education. Mindset is everything. And without renewing our mind and growing our mindset, there will be no change, there will be no progress, and there will be no transformation. And I want to believe that is why we are here this afternoon or this evening. And knowledge is power. The topic we are mastering in this masterclass is effective teaching strategies in the modern classroom. And I believe our selected resource speakers will share their full knowledge and wisdom during this time. Finally, I wish you all the best and may God bless you. Dr. Elizabeth Lucas Afolalu from Yes You Can International, United Kingdom. And also, I've been privileged to be the UK country head of IPRH. Thank you so much. And congratulations once again for this well organized masterclass. Thank you.
Wow. Wow.
It's our honor, madam. I know that you are so much busy, but yes, you just sent it us this blessing to our master class. We hope that very soon we will get you in our master class as a faculty. So our today's special faculty from Oman. The floor is yours. Before that, there are lots of audience from all around the world, from Georgia, from UK, from Bangladesh, all around the world. So please, you stay with us. It's a certification program. After this lecture, we will give you the certification link so you can fill up the certification link and you will get your prestigious this masterclass certification from IPRH. So thank you so much, Madam Saima. The floor is yours, and I am just start your slides now with your permission.
Thank you very much, Sosia. Please go ahead. And I want to say a few words. Thank you very much, Madam Elizabeth, Dr. Elizabeth, for your blessings and kind message. It means a lot to us. As IPRH family, I feel honored and thanks so much. With this, I would like to uh, again welcome all our audience, global audience, to today's masterclass on the title of Effective Teaching Strategies in the Modern Classroom. Thank you very much again, Dr. Professor Shaidar Powers and IPRH for having me today. And let's look into this effective teaching strategies. When we say about teaching or education, we feel that as educators, we all know that effective teaching is the heart of quality education. Uh, when we say we have a favorite teacher, or I like that teacher, we can describe her. She is this characteristic, she has this one, that's why I like her. And I'm sure everyone has at least one teacher to name effective teacher, right? It's who has touched your life. So why is it effective teaching is important? Because it plays a crucial role in shaping the minds and future of our students. And if we look at what is effective teaching, I would say that it is not only imparting the knowledge, it also creating a learning environment where student could maximize their potential, their understanding, and their learning outcomes. So could you please share the next slide?
Please.
Yeah. Before we look into today's session strategies and to deep dive into the essence of effective teaching, let's look at the agenda. First, I will be looking at the definition of effective teaching. That is, what is effective teaching? And then we will be comparing the traditional classroom versus modern classroom, how they are different and why they are different. And the next thing would be I will be sharing some effective teaching strategies in this modern world, what we can use as teachers to get the effective outcome from students. And then we will be discussing about technology and AI integration. Finally, last but not the least, question answer session. So next slide, please. So when I think about or go through the definition about effective teaching, I found out a blog, a very famous blog and very useful. I find it very interesting and useful. I would like to share with you all. What does effective teaching mean? According to Sutton Trust blog, what makes great teaching? It was an article. It mentioned there, student progress is the yardstick by which teacher quality should be assessed. Ultimately, for a judgment about whether teaching is effective, to be seen as trustworthy, it must be checked against the progress being made by students. So this definition says us that students' progress is the yardstick. So to become an effective teacher, we have to measure our students' progress, not only by the assessment we give, knowledge expert, but also the environment we cultivate and how we make that our lessons, how we impact that lesson to their day-to-day life also. So creating a conducive environment and the assessment that we knowledge that we give them, transforming knowledge. So it's not only about transmission of knowledge, it is also about cultivating curiosity and developing their independent thinking, to be a thinker, independent thinker, and independent learner. So these are the most important aspects of effective teaching. Next slide, please, sir. Yes. So if this is the definition of effective teaching, why is effective teaching important in the classroom? That is also I have taken from a very good resource, Education Endowment Foundation. It says that the best available evidence indicates that great teaching is the most important lever schools have to improve pupil attainment. Ensuring every teacher is supported in delivering high quality teaching is essential to achieving the best outcomes for all pupils, particularly the most disadvantaged among them. So it's not about all children will not get easily everything, right? So we have to think about the disadvantaged students. Students all should benefit from your teaching. If your teaching is effective, then all children, because every children are not same, but still your lesson, your effective methods should involve them and to get the best out of them. This is why effective teaching, we have to follow the effective teaching systems, how to do this and how we can uh, implement in the classroom. This is the importance or the of uh, implementing effective teaching. Is the next one. And this why we have to implement is another reason. I saw that this quote is aligned with that thought, which is a famous scientist, Albert Einstein. He mentioned that everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it is stupid. So this quote again emphasized the differentiated learning. Not everyone is same. Someone will be very good in something and someone will be very good in some other thing. Anyway, as a teacher, it's our duty to cater all students' needs and their levels of understanding, and we have to design and plan our lesson according to our students. We have to keep in mind that all students are not same like the fingers that we have in our hand, not same, all different. So we have to be prepared and we should anticipate not all children will be same. So we have to uh, innovate, or we have to create different ideas, different things to make the students engagement and has also the content to be content to be absorbed by children. So that's why the modern classrooms needs alterations. In the modern teaching method, the learner is the primary target, moving from memorizing, experimenting, and experiencing. So in the traditional teaching instruction, we all know that teacher will be at the front and she will be giving the instructions, and children will be seated behind in the rows and they will be taking notes. But nowadays it doesn't work because there are reasons. Let's deep dive into that. Yes, sir. Please, next slide. Yes. So let's look at first what is the difference between traditional classroom and the modern classroom. As I mentioned earlier, traditional classroom was all teacher-centered instruction. Teacher will be the main one. Students are just listeners, passive learners, we say. And all students in the classroom are taught in the same material. And students learn through listening and observation, memorization and knowledge information they take. And correct knowledge is paramount. They focus on the knowledge aspect. But now, modern education, it focuses on student-centered instruction, where teacher facilitate learning, but her role will be a mentor or a coach facilitating learning, but student will be doing the most of the work. Students dynamically grouped by interest or ability for each subject. So we can group children and we can have group according to their ability. You know, just I mentioned, not all children are same. Not the ability of fish and the frog is same. So we have to first assess their understanding of the level of grabbing or attention this thing, and then we have to group them accordingly. And then project-based instruction using any available resource. We will be discussing about project-based instruction and that methodology in detail. So project-based, basically inquiry-based. Children have a question in their mind and they're trying to find out answer in a collaborative way. So understanding the facts, application of facts, analysis, evaluation, innovation, critical thinking is a paramount. So all subjects should be designed and planned accordingly to enhance on their critical thinking and understanding concept thing. Not only just getting the knowledge only. That is the main difference between traditional education and modern education. Okay, can you please share the next slide? And then, so what does it mean to be an effective teacher? We have to plan, we have to design our content, right, for a lesson. Effective teaching compromise three elements. First one is knowledge, attitudes, and skills. Each one, this component has three subcomponents. So knowledge in the sense a teacher should know the knowledge is not only reading the content in the book and going to the class. We should know the pedagogy of the students, psychology, how they learn the content. If it is higher students, if it is a higher studies college level, then we should think about andragogy, how the adults learn the content. And then context in the sense like whom we teach, what age children we teach. So all these things should be considered around knowledge thing. So when you consider these three things, content, context, and pedagogy, when that three circles intersects, you get the knowledge, perfect knowledge, right? It should not be too much pedagogical, too much context, or too much. All this could be intersects. So you have to think in three aspects. And the next one is skills. Skills in the sense, now you know the content, how you will, you know the knowledge, how you will organize it, how you will plan it out, how will you design, or the organization skills. Organization will come under that, and the strategies that you use, and all the things, how many minutes you will do this activity, how many minutes you will take for the assessment, everything will come under organization. And then interpersonal thing, how well you communicate with children and how well you take your transmission of knowledge, how you do that, right? You cannot just read out the book or read out the content and come out. Interpersonal, you should build a relationship with students also. It's the most important thing. And then attitudes wise, being a teacher, every teacher has a philosophy, right? When we are doing training in this teaching things, we learn about what is your teaching philosophy. So everyone should have a how you will perform yourself as a teacher. Most importantly, if you have the open-minded already, that's the best thing. But even if you don't have, you should develop these things: open-mindedness, empathy towards students. In school level, students are very young, and we cannot expect them to be perfect. And they come from different backgrounds. Most importantly, so we have to take into account about these things as well: empathy, and most importantly, the modern teaching will be student-centered, which means teacher will be a facilitator, students will learn. So we have to think about activities which give them enhance their thinking level and problem solving skill and many more things. So to become an effective teacher, we have to keep in mind these three things: knowledge, skills, and attitudes. All right. Next slide, sir. Yeah. So now let's look at some strategies which we can use in our modern classroom. today's modern classroom that we just seen the approaches. And moreover, we have equipped with many tools, advanced tools nowadays. Most of the classes in urban areas will be having smart boards and computer access technology and many other things also, like many other facilities they have compared to the olden days. So we can utilize them, right? So let's look at the very profound way of teaching. This strategy is called flipped classroom. The name itself shows that it is the old idea is flipped. The instruction will be given, the learning content will be given for students to learn at home or out of the class time. They won't do it at the class time, but they will do it at the home or some their own learning pace. They will learn, they will thoroughly make notes and everything on their own. But the class time will be used for students' active learning. Active learning in the sense their students are doing something, they are thinking and doing, involving in some activities. And then student-centered learning and autonomy in the sense students take responsibility to learn because they are learning on their own space, the comprehend part. Usually in the olden days, teachers has to spend time on giving instruction, just the knowledge, right? But if you give them as a video or just online modules to do, the homework will be the content reading and understanding, the comprehending part will be done at home. But when you come to the classroom, that classroom time will be used for collaborative learning, discussions, debates, anything which related to the topic. So children take the ownership of their learning in this way of teaching because they have to learn by themselves and come to the class. They cannot just come without knowing anything and sit and watch. So rarely they have to prepare for that in advance. So that it gives them the sense of responsibility and it enables also deeper exploration and understanding because they have to learn at their own and then come and apply that concept in the classroom in the form of discussion, maybe in the form of project, anything that they have to collaborate with others in groups or maybe with partners, peers. So this way is very revolutionary, we can say, to this teaching method. It was before it was used as instructional method only, but this flipped classroom is a paradigm shift. So you can try it in the classrooms as well. For example, a science teacher can give science video lessons to learn at home and come. And then when they come to the classroom, you can ask them to do a model like let's say solar system. So they have the knowledge, they have gained about everything about solar system, but when they come to the class, you assign each group to write about each planet. So they will do that, take the group activity and they will compare these things and they will, whatever they have learned from the home, they will apply in the classroom and try to model it. So this is a very interesting way to engage students. So in this way, children get their critical thinking and so many benefits are there from this type of learning. Children are very occupied. Next slide, sir. Next popular one or a very powerful strategy is project-based learning. This is very common in higher studies, in college level studies. Most of the time they do this. And how it is different from the other one is here the children, the question is given to them, the inquiry is given or a problem is given to them. And they, for that problem, to solve that problem or a challenge, what are the information they need? So first the question is given and then only they learn. And then they try to implement to solve that problem, that knowledge what they have gained. So this is also a very powerful one. At the same time, it can be used in any age level students, even college level and school level, elementary level, middle school level. So it promotes student-centered, inquiry-based, and experiential learning. Experiential means whatever they are going to practice that, the challenge. Some challenge is given to them. For example, let's say for higher college students, we can say to create an app. So they have to create an app to solve some problem. They have to work hard. It's not just they cannot create. So why it is needed, we can use the programming and everything, and how they will work in group. At the same time, they have to achieve that target, overcome that challenge. So they are fully occupied in that. Engage students in extended interdisciplinary projects. Most importantly, interdisciplinary projects that address real world challenges. Interdisciplinary projects, in the sense, they compare the learnings. Like usually we learn science separately, maths separately, right? In the school, that's a system. But interdisciplinary, in the sense, we just integrate two subjects, science and maths, to design something. Let's say we are creating a model of ecosystem or something, but should know the ratio about maths, and how we will design, right? That's the art part, creative part. And how we will design it, how it works, what are the components there, all this understanding the concept, all science part. So all these subjects come together, so we can interdisciplinary projects that address real world challenges. Because for real world challenges, for example, global warming, right? We cannot just take this is as a science only. We have to incorporate maths also a little bit in that, right? So we are interdisciplinary. We are just integrating two or more subjects into that and ask children to solve the problem. So it's cultivates critical thinking, collaboration, problem solving skill, and fosters lifelong love for learning, because they are doing it. They are given a challenge, right? So they are doing it, so they become interested, they are fully engaged in that. And it prepares students for success in the 21st century and beyond, because sometimes they have to use technology as well, and they use that, and they collaborate in groups, and they try to solve a problem. So this is a very profound method or a strategy that we can use for science, maths things, something designing. Anything that we design, right? We cannot just design, some engineering part should be there. So we have to have a clear understanding of science, maths, and art, even we can say creativeness. So everything should be involved, so that children will bring that knowledge into reality to solve a problem, mainly, so that it will be a great achievement for them. Yes, next slide, please. Yes, another one is inquiry-based strategy. This is also part of PBL, or project-based learning, we say, because here mostly we emphasize on scientific things. We determine what is to be investigated and formulate a question or a hypothesis. So we have to have a proper question. This is also inquiry. Question means, or just a hypothesis. Maybe this is the reason for this. In science, mostly we do that. So this hypothesis, and after that, the prediction, we collect data, gather as much information about the topic from appropriate sources, and then analysis, examine and discuss the finding and provide explanations and clarity. I'm sure you all must have that experience of science practical, right? In the classrooms when you are in the small, or maybe if you're a science teacher, you can relate to it very easily. How the hypothesis, we take it, and how we predict it, and then how we take evidence for that, and how we try to find a conclusion. Is our hypothesis is correct or wrong, right? So this comes under inquiry based. So we start from a question, and children work through that, the question, through experiments maybe, or maybe research also can come here. They can collect data, analysis, and then come to the conclusion. And this is also a very this is part of project based learning, but this is here most important, it suits for science subjects or research based anything. Yes, next one, sir. Yes, collaborative learning. This is very a dynamic approach, you must say, And this is also very popular one nowadays. Is in all the classrooms, modern classroom teachers mostly they use this, because here collaboration in the sense mainly children has to discuss. They will be uh, assigned in groups or maybe peers, two people peers. But what they have to do is they cannot just wait. They have to first know the knowledge. Teacher will initiate it, the knowledge part, and then further query about it or what to do with that knowledge will be discussed among the peers in groups. So they will discuss it, they will analyze it. Sometimes it will be a challenge, and they have to work in groups. So here they develop the critical thinking and collaborative skills and leadership skills, communication skills, because they have to communicate with others, right? So mostly based on communication, so that it prepares students for the future um, professional setting even. And today's professional settings, what we do, we have to collaborate, we have to communicate with people. So from the tender age, children tend to intend to cultivate these qualities, so that they become confident in their learning and they become as a responsible citizen as well. And this collaborative learning can be used in elementary and middle school and even the kindergarten and the higher school, higher grades even. So it has some methods. Some we can say that it's a branch out into many small things, which starts with first one, think, pair, share. This will be two people. So when a teacher start a question, she asks them to find the answer, right? So they will first think by themselves and then they'll talk to the peer, and they will just try to understand each other what's the answer for the two people. Like that she will make pairs and try to answer for a question. So that's a very interesting thing. You can do it in your classrooms. And catch up is something like when you are giving a lecture in a long lecture, you can in between, when some portion is finished, you can just stop it and ask children to make groups and just go through the lessons. And if they have any queries, they can ask questions to the teacher. In this way we can analyze. And then fishbowl data, that is also fishbowl debate, in the sense one child is sitting in the front, two children sit in the middle and others sit around them, and they make, first two people will make the presentation, others will observe and give feedback. And case study, there are many ways. The main thing is here they have to communicate, collaborate and work together. Next slide, sir. And think, pair, share method, that's which I shared you now, we can use for two people. See, one two will be first all think individually, and then they pair up to think, and then again they pair up with groups. So it is also very interesting, and it keeps students engagement. Yes, sir. Next slide. And then other strategy is experiential learning methods. This is all about experience. They learn the knowledge, but they learn a hands-on experience about real world experience. Provides opportunity to experience the theoretical concepts in an authentic context, foster deep understanding. They learn and then apply the knowledge and see how it works. And it also creates children promotes their critical thinking, and they learn by themselves. And there are many activities. We can take them for the field trip and ask them to, let's say in the history subject, we just give the introduction about the place, the site, but we take them physically to the historical site and ask them to take notes. And when they come, and then again they can in groups they can collaborate and make posters about it or the presentation about it. And there are many things. Experiential learning is something which you will experience. Put your learning knowledge into practice, apply and see, and then learn from that, and then come to the final product. And there are many things. I don't know whether time permits. I'm hurrying up, that's why. And there are, you can see many form of it. Management games, outbound training and drama, art, theater, simulation-based learning. All this comes under experiential learning, because students get an opportunity to experience the things that they have learned, and find out the answers or collect more information about the things. And most importantly, for internship and all, we do that, right? It develops the professional skills. Whatever we learn, and we have to apply and see how it works and how well we work. Yes, next one, sir. Yes, this is the very prominent one, and also gamification. We say it's another approach. It's a dynamic approach because it integrates game elements into activities like points, stars, and badges and leaderboards. And it motivates, keep children motivated. So learning tasks turn into interactive games here. Teachers can just plan it out, and if they don't know, they can use it from the even from online resources, and increase student engagement and motivation also, because children's nature is always like a competition, right? They want to come, they want to have a competition, and they want to win, they want to achieve something. So it fosters a sense of achievement, and through that they will be rewarded, and it's a great feeling about gamification. Bring gamification in the classroom. This also can be applied into any level. It promotes healthy competition, fosters sense of achievement, increase student engagement, because they are fully occupied. If you give them the game, they are fully occupied. But we have to be careful to draw the line. Where is the limit? Which one to use? Which apps to use? Which is not suitable for them? These things we have to take into account. And for example, the gamification teachers can use that Kahoot, very famous one. I'm sure all of you are aware about it. And Minecraft, if you are in science things and STEM education, you must be very aware about this Minecraft and many other things. We have so much online resources and for games applications, but we have to, as teachers, we have to carefully choose according to that three components I said: knowledge, skills, and attitude. It's not just taking something and feeding them. It's just we have to plan accordingly. Yes, the games also just it promotes the what we say teamwork, because teamwork, and they have that, they are engaged, and they like to do this, competition, that just healthy competition they like to take part in. So they learn from that. The learning task is basically given through the game. I'm sure you all must have used this in the interactive whiteboards with that, and show how to participate in groups. And it also facilitates individual learning. We can tailor it according to personal children's level. So there are so much things to be done with this gamification, but we have to use it carefully according to our context. Next slide, sir. Yes, and technology integration in education. Some people may think that thing, or their opinion would be like this should be eradicated or eliminated from the class things, or in modern classroom. But it is not. We cannot say that, because we are going towards the 21st century skills. One of the main thing is technology, right? So we should know how to use it, where to use it, when to use it, so that it becomes our handy thing, right? We utilize it. We don't depend on it. So the most importantly, for the small class and all, we can use educational games, as I mentioned, and educational apps and virtual field trips. That is the best thing. And for small children and all, sometimes we cannot afford to take children to outside the country to see something, or a science museum, right, or a science exhibition. So a virtual environment gives them that opportunity to like feel like they have been there. So we can use that from technology part. And then interactive whiteboards we can use, that also we get from technology, right? And education labs, just I mentioned, and then games also. And for higher grades, that they have to use some technology. It's a must, I can say, because they are adults, they know how to use it, right? And when it comes to translation, language learning, it's very useful. AI. And then writing, and early childhood education to keep children engaged. Like I said, virtual field trips, and they feel it. They feel like as if they went being there to that place. And teaching for the phonics, and this elementary teachers, they use these things, so that is also very important. And also for tutoring, online tutoring we can do, so we can use the AI in education. And we should know where to draw. It's not like using all the applications as all the time, allowing children to do everything. But as teachers, as effective teachers, we should know where to draw the line. Next slide, sir. Yes, so now I have just discussed about few methods only. There are plenty of methods. If I take time, it will be on like 2 3 hours. It will take to discuss each and everything. I just briefed out main strategies which can be used in the modern classroom to engage students at the same time impart knowledge. So importance of incorporating effective teaching approaches. Why it is important? We learn incorporating in innovative teaching strategies essential for addressing the evolving needs of today's learners and preparing them for the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century and beyond. So all this, if you take every strategy that I mentioned here, those are new and they are very um relatable to each and every teacher present here. I can say, because it makes the learning and teaching fun at the same time, productive also. And what are the benefits? There are numerous benefits of these strategies. Most importantly, I'll just highlight few things. Increased student engagement, that is the main part, that if you ask a teacher, most teachers struggle to get the attention of students. When you do these things, when you use these strategies, children will be engaged. So it is a one thing. And enhanced learning outcomes. The researcher studies have, they have mm, uh, they have noticed that these type, when using these strategies, they have children's learning outcomes. They have a good learning outcomes and memory retention, and many things, and the skills are the human skills developed among students. So these are the good part of these things. And then development of 21st century skills like AI integration and everything, and personalized learning experiences. Students get to learn by themselves, and so this gives them the independent learners. Integration of technology, that gives them to learn about computer literacy, to know about it. And promote lifelong learning, because they become passionate towards their learning, what they are doing. So these are the main things about implementing these strategies in the modern classroom. Yes, next slide, sir. And finally, I would like to conclude my today's session with a beautiful quote from a famous personality whom I like much, Benjamin Franklin. He said, "I hear, I forget. I see, and I remember. And I involve, I learn." So let's, as modern teachers, let's not only just to listen to, just teach the students, let's ask them to involve in activities. Like as mentioned, a few strategies in the upcoming sessions. I will be discussing in depth about other strategies that we can use in the classroom to make our students not only academic achievement, also in very good citizens in the world and for their better future. Thank you very much, sir. Over to you. So you're on mute.
May I just stop the slides with your
Yes,
permission?
yes, please, sir.
Okay. So thank you so much, madam. I am just talk with you a little bit later. The audience already your certification link in uploaded in our inbox. So feel free. You just those who are actually attained in our this fantastic, interesting session. You just hurry up, just fill up your certification link in Google Form, because this certification link is open for only for 2 hours from now. So time is very short, so please hurry up. Now we come to again our today's faculty, that madam, you are actually amazing, because your today's topic actually it is very much important topic for today's children. Not only for the today's children, it is also for the today's parents, because if I'm a parent, if I don't know how to teach my uh, children in our home, then I think if my student, my children will not benefited from me, because if we are just thinking about the classroom session, then this will not actually beneficial. And lastly, you just show one slide, that yet when you do something, you actually learn from that thing. This is means that activity based learning education. And
Exactly.
I am just, with your permission, I am just adding one thing, that in a Bloom's taxonomy, in a pedagogical thing, in a Bloom's taxonomy, Professor Bloom's always thinking these kinds of thing, that in a attitude, in a the different types of domain, in a psychological domain, in a affection domain, in a attitude domain, if you are a teacher, if you are not touching that kind of thing in your classroom, then I think this will not become a modern classroom, because you are already differentiate the modern classroom and the traditional classroom. there are lots of there are lots of viewers all around the world actually related in this session. Especially I thank each of you, and basically most of them are comes from Georgia, our IPRH Georgia team, also our England Georgia team, also our Nigerian team. The different person I actually related with this session, also from Bangladesh. So I think the audience, if you have any kind of question, you can ask to madam within a 5 minute. But I have only one question to ma'am, that
Yes.
in a classroom session, if we say that classroom should be modernized, then cost is involved. So, like as a third world country or a developing country, how can our village student accumulate these types of modern classroom strategies? So, have you any idea you can
Yes,
share with
yes,
us?
yes. Sure, sir. Yes, when we talk about these modern strategies, yes, for example, collaborative learning you can use. So main thing is communication. You don't have many resources to utilize it. You can communication, right? Talking, have a discussion you can do in a group settings. Not like sitting and only one row, one individual person listening to teacher. That is passive learning. Involve students, make them groups, and ask them to make communicate. This doesn't cost anything. Anywhere in the world we can implement it. And even yeah, so, maybe some gamification or smart boards. These things needs extra cost. Some countries they cannot afford it, but it's okay. You can give them, ask them to make things. Now when I say project based learning, make things out of recycled materials. You can use it, recycle, bring, ask children to bring the things that you waste from home and do not throw them, bring it to the school, and they can ask them to make something out of that. For example, let's say a filter, making a filter for water filtration, this thing we can ask them children to bring soil and some tissues, That is easy, right? Affordable things. And bottles, the water bottles that we throw, we can cut it and make a funnel, and we can put soil. These things, simple things. We don't have to look for a big investment for these things. But the main thing is students' participation is the main thing. So project-based learning, we can use recycled materials, reusable materials. That is enhanced, that is fine. But the concept should, the main idea is children should involve in communicating, collaborating, teamwork, and build something. Building is project based, right? So project, building something, finding solution. So these things doesn't cost anything. We develop critical thinking level here, problem solving skills here. So we don't have to think about, if you don't have games, if you don't, it's okay, no problem. But as a modern teacher, what you can do, you can make groups and ask children to, just, you can give a question, just like think, pair, share, we can say. First find your answer and just talk to the partner and see what's their answer, discuss, come to a conclusion, go with another group, mingle. So in this way, we can do. This is the main thing. Even though the resources might be attractive, main thing is here, the idea is participation of children. Teacher will facilitate only, she will guide, give the instructions. Whenever they have questions, of course teacher has to assist them, and just she has to give extra these things. That can be done, right? So I hope I answer your query, sir.
Definitely, definitely. And actually, we are already in the era of 2030, the goal number 4, that is the quality education.
Exactly.
So, without quality education, I think it will not possible for surviving this upcoming world, because day by day each and everything, like in a STEM system, each and everything, the technological system, each and everything actually updated. Now my little son also know how to use the mobile phone, how to use the palm top, also the laptop, also the tab. So
Yeah.
even at the age of 4 or 3, I didn't think about this thing, that what is palm top, what is laptop, and what is the mobile phone.
That is the
Now
reality.
it,
Yes.
yes, yes, please, please, madam, please,
No, I said
you
it's, that
can.
is the reality now. Reality. We have to face the reality, and we have to that think of the many people may oppose it. That's integration, technology integration is not good, and but how we use it is also important. We should not give them, like, as teachers we cannot just give the tabs and do whatever you know. It's not like that. We have to take the control of it and use it as a tool, so that we can, as you mentioned, sir, the quality education, we can ensure the effective teaching, right, via quality
Yes.
education. Yes, that's okay.
Definitely, definitely. And Google Classroom is one of the very vital role playing
Yes,
in these types of
yes,
educational thing. So
exactly.
thank you, madam, so much. I am giving my great gratitude and thank from Independent Perception and Research Hub, IPRS International Masterclass, because you are one of our family member. You are the country director of Oman. So I think our audience is also benefited from you today, not only today, also in future. So we hope that in future IPRH again inviting you, or you will bring some new idea for IPRH for contribution this world of knowledge, because IPRS always believes that knowledge is power. So within a very few seconds, if you have any question to our, or any message to our audience, you just, we are just almost ended our program, please.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you very much, first of all, for all the audience who has taken time to participate in this session. It's my great pleasure and honor to be here. Thank you very much, sir, Professor Shayaz Parvaz, and our IPRH family members also. And I'm so greatly honored and happy to be part of this organization. And inshallah, I'll be back with, as you mentioned, sir, new things. Let's discuss about it and let's have fruitful sessions. Thank you very much.
Inshallah. And again, as a CEO and founder of IPRH, Professor M.D. Shahryar Parvez, I am giving each and every country director and country head of IPRH all around the world. Without your blessing and without your power, actually we are nothing, because we always loves you and we always believes that knowledge is power. So thank you so much for being with us. Very soon, the audience, your certificate will be issued to your email. So thank you, madam, for
Thank
joining with us. And I again give you heartful thank you from IPRH. Thank you.
you. My pleasure.
So, dear viewers, today we are observing another interesting masterclass program, international masterclass program from Oman, and our faculty gives us a huge talented thing, a huge fruitful thing for you, those who are teachers, those who are actually related with research. You can join with us, because IPRS always believes that knowledge is power. If we are the faculty, if we are the educator, if we are not contribute to this society, then how can we say that we are a faculty, we are a teacher, we are a good soul? So honesty is the best policy. I hope that each of you are being good, being honest, and stay tuned with our Facebook channel and also our YouTube channel, because each and every time we want your love, we want your comments, we want your ideas. So be happy, be safe in this world. So thank you so much. Again, we will meet in another session. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.